Good morning, world. Today we're talking about 5 things that you can do to help you manage your day if you are experiencing symptoms of depression, or in many cases, you very well know it's get through your day. As you know, when you're experiencing symptoms of depression, it's hard to just get up and go through the day and do all those things that you normally do, all those things that are required of you. But unfortunately, no matter how your body and mentally you're feeling, life has this stubborn thing that it does where it just refuses to stop. It refuses to slow down and give you time to get better and be able to get back into the swing of things. So if you are going to have to get through the days, here are a couple things that will help you. First is that you need to be taking care of your body. This means that you need to be resting, as in as much as you can. Be in the bed. Try, if you can't sleep, try meditating. Try just closing your eyes and deep breathing. Do something to give your body rest. Your body needs a lot of rest. You need to make sure it's getting that. If you're not able to sleep, do something to help your body at least get a bit of rest. You also need to eat well, which means that eliminating or avoiding the heavy sugary stuff, the fatty stuff, because of course when you're not feeling your most energetic self, the last things you want to do is go grocery shopping and make this big healthy meal. But those are the things that you need. You need to be eating the fresher, healthier stuff that will give your body energy to carry through this load that you're asking it to. And of course, staying hydrated. You need to be drinking water. You need to be keeping your body energized. So rest, eat well, and hydrate. Second thing is you need to be making getting out of the house a necessity, because one of the issues is that you don't feel like getting out of that bed. You don't feel like getting off the couch. But if it is necessary, if your first appointment is out of the house, then you essentially have to get up, get dressed, get out of the house. Pretty much getting yourself away from that laid back, relaxed mode. So if you can make your first appointment in the morning something that you have to go to, that will help you in that having the getting out of the house being a necessity. And if you need a few tips on getting up and getting out of bed, check up here for my morning routine or getting out of bed for the non-morning person video that I shared up here. The third thing is to plan your day. If you can at least make a plan where you know, okay, this is the beginning and yes, there's an end to it. It makes it a little bit better, because you know that you just have to make it through these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or however many meetings. You just have to get through these few things, and you will be able to be back at home. You'll be able to be back where you can rest, back in your quiet space. So plan your day so that you can be efficient and to give yourself a picture of what is happening and to give yourself that end point that's coming. It's kind of when you are taking a reluctant spouse or a child to an event and you tell them, no, we have to go for 1 hour. We'll be back at 2, or we'll be back at that time. At least that reluctant person knows, okay, I have to endure this for the next 2 hours, but in 2 hours I get to be home. So it's almost that instead of a reluctant spouse or child, you are that reluctant person who's being dragged wherever you don't exactly want to be at that moment. So plan your day. Not only does it give you the time, a time that you'll be able to get back, it also helps you work efficiently. It also helps you manage things. It also create organization and eliminate that whole having to think about it throughout the day, because you know what? You have enough to do. You already have to be out of the house. 4 is that you need to set aside replenishing time. When you're feeling symptoms of depression, every single thing that you do is draining your energy. The mere effort of breathing can sometimes take a lot of energy. So you need to be setting aside time so that you can replenish. Whether it's 5 minutes or 15 minutes, so that you can just take a moment, do a little meditating, do a little breathing, or just being inside your head for a couple minutes just to, you know, replenish your energy sources. Just whether it's music that you're listening to, you're reading a book, whatever it is that you have to do to get to replenish your energy source. This is very important, because if you try to go through your day of back to back to back to back and you are not replenishing, you are at a higher risk of crashing. Although it can work for some people that you go back to back to back, but if you take a moment to replenish whether you, and you know your body, you know if you have a 5-hour window, you know if you have a 2-hour window where you can go before you have to crash. So once you know what that window is, start planning on replenishing. It's kind of like when you know your car will give you 200 miles to the tank. You don't wait until mile 199 to go find gas. You start finding gas maybe at 190, maybe at 185, so that you have enough energy to make it through to your destination. You do the same with your body. If you know that around after you can be on, that's what I call it, you can be on for 2 hours, make sure by maybe within 90 minutes or even an hour and 45 minutes, whatever it is that you set aside, a couple minutes, so that you can just refuel. And do something from your happy list. That's number 5. Do something. If you have your happy list that you know these are the things that you do that energize you, those happy things that bring you they may not be necessarily fun, but they bring you some type of joy. Do something from your happy list every day. It doesn't have to mean going to a party. And actually, parties may not always be the best for people. And one of the things you definitely want to avoid is drinking, because alcohol is a depressant. So if you are already feeling symptoms of depression, a lot of times I know people will medicate through alcohol, but what happens is you drink, yeah, you kind of numb for a little bit, and then you crash. So to avoid that crashing, which is even worse than where you were before, just avoid alcohol altogether. But do something from your happy list. Try go for the quieter side of your happy list, the things that don't require you to do too much but still bring you a little bit of joy. Alrighty, so let's recap. 1, eat well, rest and hydrate. Eat well, rest and hydrate. This is very important, because if you're asking your body to do all this extra stuff that it told you it doesn't feel like doing, you need to at least be taking care of it and giving it the right resources to be able to make it through. Second, make getting out of your house a priority, a necessity. Set your schedule so that you have to leave the house. Set meetings so that you have to leave the house in the morning. Plan your day, because having an outline gives you 2 things. That reduces the energy that you have to put into figuring out your day, and 2, it gives you that end point of when you know that moment is coming. You get to go home and you don't have to be on anymore. And 4, set aside time to replenish. You have to refuel, because depression takes a lot of energy when you have to be on. If you are, however, know your window and make sure that you're replenishing on time. Replenish, refuel before you crash. And do something from your happy list, because the idea is to get you back feeling normal, feeling like your normal self. So as much as you can, do something that brings you positive energy, life affirming activities. You need to be engaging in those. Even when you don't feel like it, at least make an effort to do something fun, to do something that affirms life. Alrighty, that is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have a great day.